We live. Bit of a chill stream today. I'm just gonna be watching and making clips from some AI content. Back using Visit AI because it worked well last time with that last clip. But we've loaded up some of these new clips. I might do another one while we're waiting. I saw some on my homepage about Taskweaver, which seems to be a new thing from Microsoft, like a code first autogen that apparently outperforms autogen. Here we go. This is the one I saw. Let's see who else has made some content on this. All these low view channels, which is good. I feel kind of bad, like if I was stealing their content. But a lot of these people don't have TikTok or Instagram, so alright, we're just gonna go with this one. And while that's processing, we'll look at some of the other ones that I've already processed. Particularly Dave Shapiro's 10 predictions for AI in 2024. Let's see what clips we've generated from this.
So I am standing firm on my prediction that by September 2024, so about 10 months from now, we will almost certainly have basically any basic definition of AGI will probably be satisfied. And there are 5 primary trends that I'm looking at when I make this prediction.
AGI by September 2024.
So I am standing firm on my prediction that by September 2024, so about 10 months from now, we will almost certainly have basically, so about 10 months from now, we will almost certainly have basically any basic definition of AGI will probably be satisfied. And there are 5 primary trends that I'm looking at when I make this prediction. So first, multimodality. Integrating
artificial general intelligence. Yo, Billo, thanks for the comment. Hope you're doing well. Oh, he gives a little definition here as well. The hypothetical ability for an AI system to understand, learn, and apply knowledge in a way that is indistinguishable from human intelligence.
Integrating text, audio, video, embodiment data, and other kinds of data into transformers, math and logic, language, all of this stuff. When you look at all the modalities being crammed into transformers today, it becomes very obvious that we're literally running out of the different, not just amount of data, but the types of data that we can train these things on. And so once you have models that are trained on literally all of human data, like there's not much else you can do. So that is one of the main trends that's coming.
Yo, Khaled, G, what's up?
I expect that we'll have some pretty significant algorithmic breakthroughs, and if not like step function changes, at least lots of incremental breakthroughs around multimodality that are going to give us a fundamentally new appreciation for the capabilities of transformer models by this time next year. Next up is autonomous agents. So things like Microsoft AutoGen, some of my projects that I'm running. Agents are the new operating system. They're the new daemon. Autonomous agents and autonomous agent swarms, I think, are going to be how AGI manifests. It's not going to be, a single monolithic robot. And if you do have a single monolithic robot, it's going to have a swarm of agents in its head, all debating and doing different parts of it.
Alright, let's cut this down. I'm gonna cut all the modality stuff. So first I'm gonna look on the data transformers. Keep that. It becomes very obvious that we're literally running out of the different, not just amount of data, but types of data. Not much else you can do. Okay. Next up is autonomous agents like Microsoft AutoGen. Some of the projects I'm running on, they're the new data. I think are going to be how AGI manifests. It's not going to be a single monolithic robot and you have a single monolithic, it's going to be a swarm of agents in its head all debating different parts of it. Do you think that's how humans work as well? Like we have different personalities in our heads? Thorfinn says, what do you think about AI 5 years from now? Oh, it's so hard to predict that. I think it's going to be like insanely capable, even just next year, let alone 5 years. It'll be super, I reckon super intelligence for sure in 5 years.
So I am standing firm on my prediction that by September 2024, we will almost certainly have basically any basic definition of AGI will probably be satisfied. And there are 5 primary trends that I'm looking at when I make this prediction. So first, multimodality. Integrating text, audio, video, embodiment data, and other kinds of data.
Yo, Tony Velez, thanks. Big hug from the Philippines.
Into transformers, math and logic, language, all. It becomes very obvious that we're literally running out of the different, not just amount of data, but the types of data that we can train these things on. And so once you have models that are trained on literally all of human data, like there's not much else you can do. So that next up is autonomous agents. So things like Microsoft AutoGen, some of them I think are going to be how AGI manifests. It's not going to be, a single monolithic robot. And if you do have a single monolithic robot, it's going to have a swarm of agents in its head, all debating and, doing different parts of it. So
is there a way to like fine cut this? Doesn't look like it. Because it kind of starts.
I think are going to be how AutoGen, some think are going to be how AGI manifests. It's not going to.
So I think we figured out kind of software perspective how AGI is going to be deployed. I will stand by the prediction right now, even if I predicted it's kind of version of AGI we're ultimately going to get, even if it was a single platform, many agents running in that platform. Okay, I think that's good. I don't know what style of. Oh, they've added new styles of.
Going to be, a single monolithic robot. And if you do have a single monolithic robot, it's going to have a swarm of agents in its head, all debating and, doing different parts of it. So I think for 2024, we will almost certainly have.
That one's cool. What's this one?
Basically, any basic definition of AGI will probably be.
That one's too much. This one's my favorite.
Be satisfied. And there are 5 primary trends that I'm looking at when I make this prediction. So first, multimodality.
I do like that. Gonna export this. While that's exporting, I think we can move on to the next prediction. Video generation.
At the beginning of this year, Meta AI released their really kind of dodgy,
Download this. Oh, it's processing. Close that.
At the beginning of this year, Meta AI released their really kind of dodgy, really kind of almost dreamlike video generators. And in the space of less than a year, we're getting up to, I think we have 1080p video generation now. It still has some artifacts, but that was an exponential acceleration in terms of quality of video generation. And now you've probably seen trends on the internet, like on LinkedIn and Reddit and stuff, where people are posting like movie trailers, like cinematic, almost perfect movie trailers.
That one doesn't interest me much. The rise of synthetic data. Let's see.
We see that synthetic data is being used to train self-driving cars. Most of the images that you see on the internet today, well, maybe not most, but something like 60% of them are now generated by AI. Soon, music, movies, images, everything is going to be generated by AI. And that is all going to, again, feed back into a virtuous cycle where the more data you have to train on and the more you have to sift through in order to create very, very good data sets means that this is going to be a data flywheel that accelerates very fast. And also, I predict, personally, this is just kind of reading the tea leaves, and if you saw the news, the reason that I picked Sarah Silverman here is because her class action lawsuit against OpenAI was grievously hamstrung by the judge, which is something that I predicted in a previous video, having talked to some of my lawyer friends. There's just a lot of the case that was just like on the face, just wouldn't stand up to scrutiny. But anyways, so we'll see how it's litigated. We have yet to see AI copyright law get litigated by the Supreme Court, as far as I know. But you know, copyright is basically being gutted in real time. And I predict that if you have this data flywheel where most data is synthetic,
doesn't interest me much either. AI in gaming. Let's see what he has to say about that. Oh shit! I pressed export. Oops. I don't know if we can cancel that.
I think that we're going to see the first versions of this being commercially released in 2024. And again, this is just the beginning. Longevity research, I suspect, is going to really be kicked into high gear in 2024. A lot of you probably just saw that the X Prize announced, $101 million to accelerate longevity research. The Biden administration just created a package that I think was like $2.4 billion over the next 10 years.
Yo, GT, hello, how you doing?
And one of the explicitly stated goals was to overcome aging, to basically treat aging as a disease that needs to be cured. And so 2024 is going to be a huge breakout year for this, and it's going to be like the temperature of this is going to be turned up to 11 by breakthroughs such as Google DeepMind's AlphaFold 2.
Service name and price. This is Vizard AI. I'm not sure about the pricing. Let's have a look. I think I can get a discount in my bio. Hold on, I think I'll have to go in incognito. Pricing. So it's free for 300 minutes, but that exports with a watermark, and then it's $16 per month for 1200 minutes at 1080p. You get 40 clips. I do have an affiliate link. Let me see if you guys get a discount if you use my affiliate link. I would appreciate it if you did, if you're gonna sign up. I think I get a little bit of something, but I'm not sure if you all do. Let's copy this. Doesn't say anything about you getting a discount. But still, if you're thinking of paying, I would appreciate signing up with my affiliate link /VR equals techfriend. Links in the bio. Check it out.
We see that synthetic data is being used to train self-driving cars.
Wait, where was I?
I'm looking forward to AlphaFold 3 if they're working on it, or whatever the successor technology is. Now, obviously, just simulating proteins is only one part of it. I've talked about in previous videos that the entire metabolome, so all the metabolites and all the respiratory and metabolic processes that happen in the body.
I think like these suggested clips are okay, but a lot of the time I find that I have to you can like create your own clips by pressing the edit up here, which I will do after I check the other two suggested ones. Let's see this one. No problem, GT. Thanks for the comment. Oh, thanks for the gift as well. Appreciate you. Why is it stuck? Refresh.
AI has the potential to really revolutionize healthcare. One of the more extreme predictions that I've made is that I suspect that hospitals are going to go the way of the dinosaur. Probably within 20 years, we'll see. When you combine rejuvenation therapies with robot doctors, I suspect that the need for hospitals is going to drop drastically. But in the short term, there's already evidence that AI is accelerating diagnostics. It's increasing the accuracy of diagnosis. It's also being used for patient engagement. So a friend of mine, he was working at a startup that one of the things that they did was allocating, like reading all your medical charts and ensuring that you had, the right medication and the right nurse and everything like that. And so adding AI as a kind of like clinical social worker that's reading all patients' notes and all doctors' notes and making sure everyone knows what they need, we're seeing that generative AI is already helping in the clinical setting. And I think that is going to, again, really accelerate in 2024 just for purely economic reasons. If you're a hospital administrator, administrator and you hear that, this generative AI tool can help, reduce the cost of billing, by 80% and reduce the, the incidence of getting sued for medical malpractice by 12%, they're going to do it just by sheer economic pressure alone. And this is going to have compounding effects because it's like the more you use a thing and the more valuable it becomes, the more investment it gets and the better it gets and the more it gets integrated. And I think 2024 is going to be a breakout year for the integration of AI into the clinical space.
Yeah, a good point. I don't know if I'd want to make a clip from that though. Let's check out the last one, content moderation. Doesn't seem too interested either.
YouTube, fortunately, has announced...
Oh, they're doing AI content moderation on YouTube. I feel like a lot of my YouTube video comments get like filtered and I have no control over that. It's pretty annoying.
YouTube, fortunately, has announced that they are going to start implementing more and more AI into content moderation. And I hope that plenty of other platforms start to do this as well. And there's all kinds of ways that content moderation can be done, which by and large is done kind of reactively and by hand. So, back in the day, and probably still to this day, but I don't use Facebook anymore, their content moderators were largely humans. And so these were people that were constantly just for 8 hours a day
Yeah. See what else he said. Okay, so you could click this edit button and you see the whole transcript, and then you can highlight stuff there and make a clip from there.
It has been one heck of a year in AI. At the beginning of this year, I had, I think, about 4,000 subscribers, and I've just hit 100,000 subscribers, and that is due in large part to artificial intelligence. And of course, ChatGPT has exploded on the scene, and it's been a year of intense drama, most recently with the firing and sudden rehiring of Sam Altman. But we're not going to talk about
mental health, reach out to me, psychologist. Generative AI, content moderation, hate speech, content mod, material science. See what he has to say about
material science is going to be a huge thing in 2024 as well. We've seen Google DeepMind publish their GNOME paper, which was, what was it, like 2.2 million new materials, new crystals were discovered. And so I expect this kind of thing is going to accelerate. And like math, it's not immediately obvious that material science affects everything, but material science affects everything. If it includes metals or plastics or proteins, it affects material science. Or material science affects it, rather. I've got that backwards. But everything from computer technology, such as getting down to 2 nanometer production methods, rapidly producing new medicines, all the equipment that is used to synthesize medicines or detect medicines, like all of these things are going to be accelerated by material science, and material science is being accelerated by artificial intelligence. And this is also part of a virtuous cycle. So I've talked about this. It's been a while since I've talked about this, but the combination of better AI and better material science and better math forms a virtuous cycle that only serves to accelerate AI.
I think this is pretty good, actually. Material science. Let's see if we can clip this whole thing. Yes, create clip. Material science. Sweet. Then he talks about synthetic data. Writers Guild, medical, AI in medicine, video generation, longevity, math and logic.
Math and logic, so much hullabaloo has been made of QStar and the other leaks recently, but more broadly, math and formal logic is being studied in deep learning. And one thing that the whole QStar thing has helped to shine a light on is that generating text and planning and reasoning, that's one thing, but math and logic is like the other half of the puzzle to get to AGI. And when you think about what is machine learning, what is AGI, what is computer science, what is material science, it all boils down to math. Math is the underpinning language of all of these things. And so now we have language models that have mastered language, at least on certain scales. They're still not good at writing full-length novels in one shot, but that's coming soon. So when you have these same or similar models that master math and logic to achieve 99th percentile performance on math and logic compared to humans, then you have a machine that is like, okay, well, it can do things that most humans can't, and it understands all the rudiments, all the fundamental abilities that are required for scientific advancement. So one of the benchmarks that people have, and it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but there is some merit to it, is like when AI discovers novel physics, then you know that it's like game over, because once you're able to do that, once you're able to either create a paradigm shift in math and or physics, then it's like, okay, humans become irrelevant very quickly, at least partially in the advancement of science. So 2024, I think, is going to be a huge breakout year for math and logic in the area of artificial intelligence, and this is going to be another component that feeds into that virtuous cycle that accelerates.
Okay, I think that's it. We'll just quickly export that material science one and move on to the next video. Boom. How did I add an element? Elements. Original. Dave Shapiro. Center back.
Material science is going to be a huge thing in 2024 as well. We've seen Google DeepMind publish their GNOME paper, which was, what was it, like GNOME paper, which was their GNOME paper, which was, what was it, like paper GNOME paper, which was, what was it, like 2.2 million.
I gotta pause it. Gnome. Pretty sure it's capitals.
GNOME paper,
which was,
what was it, like 2.2 million new materials, new crystals were discovered. And so I expect this kind of thing is going to accelerate. And like math, it's not immediately obvious that material science affects everything, but material science affects everything. If it includes metals or plastics or proteins, it affects material science. Or material science affects it, rather. I've got that backwards. But everything from computer technology, such as getting down to 2 nanometer, production methods, rapidly producing new medicines, all the equipment that is used to synthesize medicines or detect medicines, like all of these things are going to be accelerated by material science and material science.
Yeah. And then we'll just skip to this.
The better material science you have, the better computers you have, which leads to fast.
What if I revert this one?
Because the better material science you have, the better computers you have, which leads to faster AI, more AI, higher density data, that sort of stuff. And so
I was like, delete that.
I think that 2024 is going to be a breakout year in material science broadly, and it'll be driven largely due to artificial intelligence, and also material science is one. And also material science is one of the key things that will help us unlock things like sustainable energy, nuclear fusion. Quantum computing is largely a material science problem.
Excellent. Export that. Tarantella Serpentine says, was anyone able to get Open Interpreter working for Linux? Yeah, I think it should just work out of the box for Linux. Did you have troubles? What was the issue? Pretty sure it's just a Python module, so it should be able to work straight out of the box with Linux. Alright, let's look at our next video here. Orca 2. Apparently a new model by Microsoft Research, which has a breakthrough for AI logic and reasoning. Tarantula says just a bunch of bin errors. I don't know. I'll quickly look at their GitHub for you, see if anyone has complained about Linux. Support for Linux without LM Studio. Locally on Linux without LM Studio. With Light LLM. I'm pretty sure it should just work. Not sure why you got bin errors. Throw the bin errors into ChatGPT, see if see if they give you a bin. See if they give you a help with that. Pip installation on Arc. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I think it should work. Maybe something about your configuration of Linux has issues.
And what the premise of the original Orca paper was is if you fine-tune a small model to understand what the premise of the original Orca paper was is if you fine tune a small model to understand how step-by-step logical reasoning works, then they're going to be really good at logical reasoning. And this allowed it to outperform conventional instruction-tuned models on benchmarks. So that's really important.
Golden Orca says Orca is dog shit. What about Orca 2? They claim it's better.
Rather than it just being
than
instruction
a lot
tuned,
of
which
other
is
models.
prompt plus response and teaching it, here's the
I don't know
instruction,
how
here's what I want
legit
you to
that
do.
is.
It's actually teaching it how to reason through different problems. In Orca 2, we continue exploring how improved training signals can enhance smaller LMs' reasoning abilities. Research on training small LMs has often relied on imitation learning to replicate the output of more capable models. We contend that excessive emphasis on imitation may restrict the potential of smaller models. When the original Orca paper came out, a lot of people said it's just mimicking what these better, larger models are doing. It doesn't actually have that core understanding of why it's doing things. And that's the real way to achieve intelligence with large language models. The basic difference is understanding that 2 plus 2 equals 4. So when you have 2 objects and you have another 2 objects and you combine them together, you now have 4 objects. Previously, when we focused too much on mimicking the results, what the model actually knew was anytime you see the characters 2 plus 2 equals, you should know the next character in that sequence is 4. So although it got the answer right, it didn't really understand how it arrived there. So if you ever tried to push it beyond those basic examples, that's when you started to see poor performance. And that's what Orca 2 is claiming to have addressed. In Orca 2, we teach the model various reasoning techniques. So these are all things that prompt engineers have figured out over the last few years. Step by step, which is something that I include in all my prompts, basically instruction and then explain your reasoning step by step, and that definitely produces better results. And here is the most important part. Here is the goal of the paper.
Let's have a look at some of these other ones. Limitations of instruction tuning. I feel like we just have to edit by transcript. That's like the best way to get the exact clips we want. So I'm gonna break down the research paper. Imitation learning. Next character.
First, Orca 2, 13b. Let's analyze the situation step by step. So it automatically knew to use step-by-step reasoning, which is a prompting technique to solve this problem. John puts the ball in the box. John leaves for work. Mark comes into the room and puts the ball in the basket. Mark leaves for school. John and Mark both return to the room. At this point, John and Mark have not seen each other's actions. Therefore, they only know what happened while they were in the room.
So it seems like it's kind of fine-tuned to analyze step by step, so it gets better reasoning results. Golden America says, try it and you'll see. Do coding, DeepSeek Coder, Zephyr 7b, other stuff. Almost everything. Still waiting for a wrapping model that would destroy in my DOS track script. What's DOS track? Yo, Godzilla, what up? Big Smoke. It's final season. Damn, you studying? What are you guys studying?
This is all perfectly correct. John only saw the ball in the box before he left for work. Mark only saw the ball in the basket before he left for school. Since they did not witness each other's actions, they would both believe that the ball is where they last saw it. So John thinks it's in the box, Mark thinks it's in the basket. Perfect answer. Got it right. Now let's look at Llama 213b. Answer. The ball is still in the box because it was there when John left the room. So that is already incorrect. And that's not even what we're asking. We're not asking where the ball is currently. We're asking where they think the ball is. When he came back, he did not see the ball in the basket, so he assumed that it was still in the box. And then I don't really understand anything here. It kind of goes off on a tangent. I'm not sure if this was just a complete hallucination or this was supposed to be here. I'm just not sure. But he goes on to say, a man walks into a bar and asks for a drink. The bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve alcohol here. What does the man mean by his response? And he even gets that wrong. So moving on, now for Llama 2 Chat 13b, this is a classic lateral thinking puzzle. The solution is that the ball is still in the box. Again, not right, and not even what we're asking. Here's the reasoning. John put the ball in the box. Mark put the ball in the basket. Since John did not see the ball in the basket after he left, it must have still been in the box. Similarly, since Mark did not see the ball in the box after he left, it must have still been in the basket. Therefore, the ball is still in the box. So kind of circling around the answer, but still did not get it. And now, ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo. John and Mark will likely think that the ball is in the box. That's wrong. So not even GPT 3.5 Turbo got it right. What? If we look again, Orca 213b, perfect answer. Now that we understand the types of reasoning problems that Orca 2 is striving to get right, now let's read a little bit about the techniques they use to actually achieve that. First, they talk about how scaling LLMs like these frontier large language models GPT-4 and PaLM 2 to ever more parameters led to emergent abilities, unseen in smaller models, most notably remarkable ability to reason at 0 shot. Then they talk about imitation learning has emerged as the go-to approach to improve small language models. So basically, using these...
It's pretty cool. Illinois Tech. Sick. I think we can make a clip for Orca 2. We have a brand new... Wait, small models have never been able to perform as well as the larger Solana parts. But we have a brand new paper called Orca 2, and this is a sequel to the Orca paper. Clip 1. And then... What are they to prefer? The basic difference is understanding two plus two equals 4 is when you have two objects combined and they have 4. Previously, we would focus too much on that. No, I was just figured out the last few years, step by step. Yep. Orca 2. And then I think when they compare them was a good thing to follow up with here.
LLMs struggle with this type of logic and reasoning. So let's see how it did. First, Orca 2, 13b. Let's analyze.
Let's see how, yeah, good. And then Orca 3. Sweet. Let's see if I say anything else interesting. I think that's pretty much the crux of it. They just do the step-by-step reasoning. Cool. Now I just have to edit those. Yo, Jumbly says, what are you testing or building today? I'm just using this Vizard AI tool to make some clips for TikTok and Reels. And at the same time, it's kind of like letting me watch these YouTube videos. So we just went through Dave Shapiro's predictions for AI in 2024. And then recently we went to Orca 2 video by Matt. I always forget Matt's name. Matthew Berman. Great channel, by the way. And now I'm going to watch his video by, this guy's new, Mervyn Praisen. Talks about TaskWeaver, which is apparently by Microsoft as well, and they say that it outperforms AutoGen for, I think, coding. So let's have a look.
This is amazing. What if there is something that beats AutoGen in certain ways? There's a code-first agent framework released by Microsoft. What if you can feed knowledge to these agents, it can remember your previous conversation, and it is able to perform advanced analytical tasks? That's exactly what we're going to see today. Let's get started. Hi everyone, I'm really excited to show you about TaskWeaver, a code-first agent framework. This is simple to use. We can provide domain-specific knowledge. It can create code, execute code, and remembers the code sessions while performing the task. I'm going to take you through.
And they actually do try it.
Next, we're going to open this in a code editor. This is the folder structure. In this, we need to go to the project folder. Inside the project folder, there is TaskWeaver config.json. Click that. There you should be able to see LLM API base, LLM API key, and LLM model name. Here, the API base, I'm adding V1 version towards the end. Next, here I'm going to ask forecast Apple stock price in the next week and click enter. So we are in the TaskWeaver application. Now the agents are running to complete this task of finding the stock price.
Oh, so you can actually ask it in the CLI.
The planner
unlike
planned for
AutoGen.
a list of steps. Obtain historical Apple stock price data, choose a forecasting model, train the forecasting model, forecast the stock price, and report the forecasted price. And the next plan is instruct code interpreter to obtain the historical Apple data, decide forecasting model, and it's sending that to the respective agents. First step is sending to code interpreter. The code interpreter tried to do the task, but it's saying that it's resulted in a name error. But the planner is not stopping there. The planner is telling to the code interpreter, please use an alternative method to obtain the historical Apple stock price data. This time I can see the code interpreter is able to get those data. Now it's asking, please specify the forecasting model you would like to use for predicting Apple stock price for next week. Anything you prefer. And I click enter. Now it's planning to use ARIMA model and it's sending that to the code interpreter. This is really amazing that how these agents are working together to complete this task. Imagine a few years before you need to manually do this for months. And finally, it was able to predict stock price for next week. And here's a response from TaskWeaver. The forecasted Apple stock prices for the next week are as follows and gave for the next 5 days. This is groundbreaking. I'm really excited about this and I'm going to try various use cases. And I will be definitely creating those videos as soon as I could. Not only that, I'm going to integrate this with open source large language model. So do not forget to subscribe and stay tuned. I hope you like this video. Do like, share and subscribe and thanks for watching. This is amazing. What if
Yo, Mackie Voss, can you learn coding online with no experience? Yeah, definitely. There's so many resources out there. It will take some time, but yeah, definitely possible. That's how I got started learning online. I think a lot of people got started like that. So yeah, definitely possible. Thanks for the question. I kind of want to try Taskweaver. I feel like I just don't have any cool ideas for these coding agents. It's just like build Pong, build Snake, and then they can't really do much better than that. A code first framework for planning and executing data. Oh, it's for data analysis, analytics specifically. So it's not even for making games. Yeah, it doesn't really excite me that much. Mackie says, can you make games through coding? Yeah, that is also the way that I started coding. So the first introduction to coding I had was through this language called ActionScript to make Flash games, which was really popular in the early days of the internet. But yeah, you could definitely make games through coding. Even there's probably like online tutorials, like getting started coding with gaming. Search YouTube. There'll be so many tutorials and resources out there. Mackie, thanks for the comment. Yo, The Grove, just a question. I'm trying to run local LLMs on my Mac. Can't find a guide. Tried Pinocchio. They just don't work while using. Yo, The Grove, use LM Studio. That is my favorite. You just download this app. It works on Mac, and you can download any model through it pretty much. Like, just use the GGUF models. So I'll actually open it right now. So I have LM Studio, and I can show you guys how I run it with one of my projects. So this is what it looks like. Let me close this. Like this, and in here you can search for your models, or you can look at the home page. I've downloaded. You can't find models? What do you mean it can't find? Which model are you trying to search for? Is it because you're on a VPN? Is that your issue? Does your VPN block Hugging Face? You could manually download the models. You just have to put them in your local models folder, which it should say here. Maggie says, for someone that has no experience, what application or website should I visit to start with? YouTube. I reckon YouTube is the best. So go beginner code a game. Let's see if you search that. How I mastered coding games in 23 days as a total beginner. Yo, Alex Becker is actually kind of interesting. I don't know if he's actually good for tutorials though. Let's see. Game dev for beginners, no experience. Start making games. I don't know. There's so many tutorials out here. I don't know which one's the best. I haven't seen any of them. But yeah, just go through some of these videos. I'm sure you'll find a good one. Nothing appears. I will try manual download. Yeah. Just download these GGUF models from Hugging Face and then put them in whatever folder it says here. And then yeah. I really like your TikTok videos. Oh, thank you. Hope you can segment your lives into 10-minute videos. Yeah, I have been trying to make clips for my lives. So actually, I posted a clip that did really well from my job application. Let's watch it together. This one did 320,000 views almost in like how many?
This one was advertised
21 hours.
400k a year, which is ridiculous. And then there was the skill assessment, which is 2 hours for the first bit. This was like a IQ test kind of thing. So it was actually kind of hard, but we passed that. The next one was like an English speaking one. But now there's like a complex problem solving in code.
Nice work. Getting this far means you're already in the top 5%.
Oh shit, you hear that? I'm top 5%. I don't know how legit that is. Your task is to implement a simplified version of an in-memory database. What's gonna happen now? Finish my session, I guess. Alright, I don't know. Do we get the results? I got 4 out of 5. 6 stars. Let's go. Oh wait, I'm under the preferred proficiency. My score is still above the minimum requirements. Let's go.
Alright, the next step is a real work assessment. AI augmented defect resolution. Proficiency in guiding an AI to troubleshoot and fix a couple of issues in an existing code base. So I actually have some experience working with many different AIs trying to get them to do code stuff. So hopefully that comes in handy here, but I don't know. We will see. Your challenge in this is to act as a mentor and guide for ChatGPT, determine the root cause of a defect and how to fix it.
Unfortunately. Can you hack? Do you hack? Not really. Like, not like cybersecurity. Am I into cybersecurity? Not deeply, but just the bare minimum. Like, I make apps and I try to make them secure, but I don't really do any, like, what's it called? Attack. How old am I? 29. Thanks for the questions, guys. Keep them coming. Yeah, I was gonna use LM Studio because I actually got one of my projects that I stream on here, Clickless Cage, working offline. Yo, I got a, what is that? A follow from Sokolov. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the like, Mars. Grove says, I show AI in a really great way that I haven't seen others do. They usually put clickbait. Yes. Yeah, I try to go a bit deeper than others, which is good. So yeah, let me show you guys how I made my Chrome extension work with an offline model. So I'm really impressed with this DeepSeeker 7B model. It actually performs really well on just my GPU CPU combo locally. So I'm just gonna load that up, and then let's load up VS Code. Aki says, how long did it take you to be good at what you're doing now? My whole life. Like, I've been coding since I was in primary school. I didn't take it seriously back then, but you know, obviously it's something I'm passionate about, so I spend a lot of time doing it. But that doesn't mean that it'll take you that long to be good. There's a lot of people that just like have only recently gotten into coding and they're already better than me, so don't let that discourage you. Okay, so in here, can I zoom in? I need to change my hotkeys. So when you load just the normal OpenAI JavaScript model, you can use a base URL. So when you use a base URL, you point it to another URL which isn't the OpenAI URL. So you can point it to your local model hosted off LM Studio just by copying their local URL here that they give you through this local inference service that LM Studio has. So I'm going to put that in there here, and now I can run my project running off my local model. So let me just run this. So if you guys haven't seen Clickless Cage before, I've made this AI agent Chrome extension that you just give it a goal, a prompt, and it's meant to go through, click the right buttons, navigate to the right websites, input the right fields, and do all that to achieve your goal. That's what the goal was for this. Yo, Gazilla! What am I working on today? No real goal. Maybe you can do some Clickless Cage development. I'm kind of stuck on it being able to type text. So here, the test I always do is make an event in my Google Calendar. I submit that, and it normally goes to the Google Calendar pretty well. I don't know why it quit. Alex says, can you share your GitHub? Yeah, sure. Let me just check. Oh yeah, you can see here it's LM Studio is running, and it looks like it's lagging the shit out of my computer, so I probably have to turn down the settings. But yeah, it navigated to Google Calendar. Alright, let me stop that. Okay, so hello. I had it shit. I had it on max settings, so it definitely fucked up the stream there. Apologies for that. Let me give you guys someone else from my GitHub, Alex. It's AJ47. And Clickless Cage is the name of this project that I'm working on right now. I don't know if I can send that. Yeah, I'm lagging because I had my LM Studio on max settings, GPU acceleration and stuff. So I'm just going to turn this down. We've got 15 threads and 20 GPU acceleration. That should hopefully stop me from lagging. The Grove says, I've only been able to run AI using GPT-4All on Mac Studio. Yeah, that's how I started as well. But if the context is too long, it freezes. Oh, damn. But the tokens are 40 to 60 tokens a second. That's really good. Yeah, damn. My PC fans. That's actually outside. It's... Can you guys hear that? That's a chainsaw outside. Hold on, let me close my window. Pretty annoying. Someone is doing some chainsaw stuff outside. Yeah, I was lagging there, Mars. Thanks for the comment. It was because I had my LM Studio on full acceleration. So I've just turned it down a bit. Maybe we'll turn it down a bit less CPU. And I'll open up Task Manager so I can see the performance. And we'll see how it goes now. Alright, let's start this model again. It's really hot today, that's why I had the window open, but I don't know, we'll just bear with the heat. What are we on, 51 degrees for this GPU? Okay, let's run Clickless Cage again. So as I said, I normally add an event in my Google Calendar at Friday 12 p.m. And then while that's running, you can actually see LM Studio here being like, I can help you create an event in Google Calendar, blah, blah, blah. And if we go back here, we will see, okay, my CPU is at 100%, but I don't think I'm lagging, which is good. Where are you from, Australia? Yes, I am. So you can see it's navigated to Google Calendar. It's pretty good at doing that. Now hopefully it'll click the create button. It normally does that as well once it's going to be running a bit slower because I turned down the LM Studio settings because it can't handle me streaming and doing full blown LM local stuff. Mackie, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Although, let's see, is it still... Yeah, it's still generating. So, I don't know how many tokens per second that is, but it's quite slow. But once it gets down... Alexa says I didn't get my... Alright, I'll type it in the chat, actually. I got... There. Should have come through in TikTok chat right now. Whoa, is my chat delayed? Why didn't... Okay. I guess it doesn't let me send... It's just AJ47. I don't know why it doesn't let me send it through. I guess you can't send links on TikTok chat. Mackie says, will we get into cybersecurity and hacking later in the future? Maybe. I don't know. I'm more interested in like just general AI stuff. Mars says, you gave me an idea to use all my old mining GPUs to mess around with this. Yeah, definitely. I don't know how easy it is to run like GPUs in parallel for this local LLMs. I assume it'll be hard. Godzilla says, can it navigate websites? Yeah, that's the whole idea. Oh, see, there we go. It clicked create event, but I'm having trouble here to actually get it to type. which is annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this server and we're going to hard code all the responses. So the cool thing is they save the logs into this temporary file. So we can actually load that up here and we can just hard code these responses. Let me find the temp LM Studio server log. So we can load this here and let's just extract the responses. This is the first one. Wait, what? Hold up. There, that's the first one. Why is it so... Wait. Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah, that should be it. Yep. What are you guys saying? Nothing worth doing is easy, yeah. What brand PC do you have? So I have a NVIDIA GeForce 2080 Ti. And my CPU is... why can't I do my... Let me just change my zoom hotkey here. I'm definitely having issues with this one. Hotkeys. Let's try Control 1. Yeah, okay, that's my CPU. i9-9990. So this computer was really good back in the day. Back in like 2020. But right now it's probably a bit outdated. And my RAM, does it say? I got like 50 gigs of RAM almost. Yeah. Sorry, I had to step away. Not sure if you answered. Not sure what your question was, Godzilla. Did you ask what I'm doing? I'm working on Clickerless Cage now with a local LLM. That is the plan. Alright, we can close that. Right now, I'm just trying to get all the local LLM responses and just hard code it because it'll just speed up debugging a whole lot. It will speed up debugging heaps. So I got that response. Yo, Mars F subscribed. No way, my second subscription. Thanks so much, Mars. You're a legend. Holy shit. Dude, shouts out Mars F. What a legend. Is that an NFT? You know those .eth people be getting NFTs. Integer noted says do speed. What do you mean do speed? Are you serious right now? Silly. That kind of speed? Gross says M2 Ultra. Oh, Godzilla says, can it navigate websites? Yeah, that's the idea. Sorry, I did answer that, but yeah, that's the idea. So it can click buttons, go to URLs. It reads the website and like determines what to click and where to type. I'm having troubles with the typing. That's what I'm going to be debugging today. But yes, it should be able to navigate websites. The Grove says the M2 Ultra is crazy with unified memory for future use. And I don't want a heater that's a power hog in my living room. Yeah, dude, the M2, like the M series laptops are actually awesome. But yeah, shouts out Mars. What a legend. Hell yeah. NFT, the unemployables. Yo, I want to check that out. That sounds funny. The unemployables NFT. How much are they worth? That's pretty cheap. 0.1 ETH, 0.01. They do any cool stuff? Looks like they're not too active since June. That's kind of typical of 99% of NFT projects. Shouts out Giorgio Levantisio. All right. Oh wow, it actually made an event. But yeah, as I said, it's having a problem typing stuff, which is annoying. So can I make a image for a project? Like, can I replace the icon? Is there a way to do that? Settings, social preview, repository name, branch, image. Yes, upload image. Clickless cage. Icon 34. Oh no, it should be. Oh, what the hell? Why does it have to be so big? So icon 1, icon 2. I guess that's the biggest in file size. There we go. Does that save automatically? I guess. Is it gonna have an image now? No. How do I change this image? Maybe you can't. When the market crash, it all stops. I used to offer Adobe Suite. Wow. That's pretty good. That's like $70 a month Australian. Maybe they'll start again when the market comes back. Well, yeah, Bitcoin is zooming. Pretty sure the market's bouncing back, but I don't know for how long. Damn, looks like I can't. Wait, social media preview when you send a link? Oh no, oh well. Grove's gonna leave. No worries. Thanks for tuning in, Grove. I appreciate you. Okay. I'm gonna try hard coding some stuff, so I'm gonna make a new branch. Clickless cage. How do I branch? Branch. Hard code LLM. Great, and check out. And so pretty much I'm just gonna hard code respond these things. So prompt the first step. We're just gonna return const. Make this bigger for you guys. I'm sure it's really small. It's probably still too small for you guys, hey? Oh well, deal with it. Const return hard code response equals that. Okay, and we will hard code response. Oh, but it'll still. And we'll have to put that up the top. Boom. And then we do. This is actually so annoying because it's so big. What's this other one? Prompt planner. Check candidate prompts. Compare the following goal. Yes, I think this is it. And then we'll copy this other one. Oh, whoops. No. Oh, shit. Oh. Yes, okay. Had to go into landscape mode, yeah. Oh, were you in portrait mode before? The cool thing is on TikTok is you can actually zoom. I need to tell people that, because once you close the chat, you can actually like use your 2 fingers to zoom. Oh, but the quality is not great. I have it on 720p. It should be 1080p. Apparently I wonder if I can change it. Gazilla says, what are you using to call the website's built-in API, Chrome or how? Yeah, so this works as a Chrome extension, right? So it knows what's on the website. You can just, I'll show you some sample code. So I do stuff like, you know, document.query selector /star, and then if the node is a button, you know, I build this list of clickable elements, and then for each clickable element, you know, I can click them, extract their area label, stuff like that. Are you using OBS to stream? Yes, I'm using OBS to stream to everything but TikTok. For TikTok, they have their own app because they don't give you a stream key to use OBS. And I don't know if I can change it to 1080p because see, it's like it's suggested 720p, and I don't think I can change that right now, unfortunately. But yeah, if you want the full 1080p experience, hop on over to Twitch, YouTube, etc. Because yeah, I'm on TikTok on my phone as well, and I'm trying to read this code, and it's like impossible. It's impossible to read this code. I'd have to make it really big. I mean, I could do this and then make it bigger. That might be better, but I think it's still not great. Still not great. Should have subbed on Twitch. I don't think you can sub on Twitch. I don't think I've reached that level yet. Let me check. Can sub on Twitch. Creator dashboard. Yo, Momo Paredes. What's a YouTube handle? It's TechFriend. All of my handles are TechFriend except for Twitter. But yeah, everything else is just TechFriend. I'm trying to see what I need to do to get people to be able to sub. Where does it say that? Here? Achievements. Reach 50 followers. Stream for 8 hours. Oh, so I think it's the affiliate program? Or the partner program? I need an average of 3 viewers. I'm barely, not even getting 1 viewer per stream. So that's a bit sad. But, you know, once I get that, then I think I can get, I think I can get subs. I don't know. You need to be an affiliate, yeah. So yeah, this is the stat that's holding me back. 3 viewers per stream. Yo, daughter of a revolutionary. What's up? Steiner. Gazelle says for Twitch you need to have a premium account. Do I? I do have Amazon Prime. I think that's different to Twitch Prime though. Okay, where were we? Oh yes, I was copying the hard-coded responses from the logs. Okay, I think this is the last log that I'll copy. And this will be in, where's the utils here? Prompt planner here. Advanced. Oh. What? Why doesn't it let me terminate the string? Friends will find you eventually. Yes, I hope so. Oh, because of that. Let's go back to the single quote. And then we will, oh my god, we'll just remove this. What? Okay. And return. Return. Okay. Hopefully that'll help me. You followed me on X, thank you. And everything else too. Oh, thank you so much, Momo. Plus Jobs, what's up? Long time no see. Have you seen the self-operating computer? Yes. Yeah, I tested it out last stream. I'll show you. Or maybe it was 2 streams ago. I think it was 2 streams ago. Oh my god, why am I clicking all these wrong things? Yeah, here. So my issue with it was it didn't click very well. It kept misclicking. So here. So I think my first prompt was, oh, let me change one thing. I was like, write a poem about AI that will take over the world in Google Docs. And it managed to get 2 Google Docs. That was it typing itself. But then the whole point is it's going to be able to use vision to click on the right things. But it missed. And you see it does a circle. The cursor does a circle when it's about to click. Like you'll see it. See that circle that it just did? That was the self-operating computer thinking that that's where the blank document thing is, but it is a bit off. It was meant to click this, but it actually clicked down here, so I don't know. I mean, that was early days. That was like 2 days after its release. It could be better now, but who knows? Mars says, stay consistent with streaming, sharing a lot of great info. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I stream kind of often. So that was 6 days ago. I try to stream every other day. So 4 days, 6 days. So I guess I missed 2 days, you know, but I stream pretty often. I'll keep it up for sure. I'm very passionate about this stuff. So don't see myself stopping anytime soon. PlusJob says, do you think it has more potential than browser automation? Maybe it's a Matthew red herring to get browser automation people to stop and waste time on vision. Yeah, I think at the moment it's not, the vision isn't good enough to be able to see all the details like a human. But there's better techniques. Okay, so this is using just GPT-4 vision. Oh, and also actually another big issue is it's really expensive compared to the text processing. So that is like 2 of the big issues. But the first issue with just the vision not being good enough is this is a foundational vision model that's meant to be good at everything. But like I've seen people use models like YOLO and like segmenting models that are actually better at segmenting text and UI objects. So a combination of those models is probably better. And then in the future, we would actually probably get fine-tuned models for user interfaces and websites. I'm really surprised we don't have that yet. I feel like it's probably something that's pretty easy to automate the training data for. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a really good fine-tuned UI vision model within the next month. Yeah. Okay. Got a comment on YouTube. Let me see what this is. How can I replace the existing LangChain React agent in the L3AGI framework with X agent? I don't even know what this is, bro. L3AGI, open source framework to make AI agent teams collaborate. Ooh, have not heard of this. Create and manage your team of AI agents. Oh, this is cool. Wow. Navigate websites to extract data for you. Let's see. Let's test this out. This is cool. I haven't heard of this. L3 agents. Is it open source? It must be if this guy's trying to... Yeah, it's on GitHub. Let's see. They only have 60 stars. No wonder I haven't heard of them. They're pretty low key. Let's look at their demo.
I am Giga. Welcome to L3.
He's Giga Chad, dude. I am Giga Chad.
Hello folks, I am Giga. Welcome to L3 AGI, where you can easily create a team of AI agents.
Plus Job says, I'm trying to find a GPT marketplace that shows the knowledge base before clicking through. No, that's actually a good idea. I don't know of any GPT marketplaces. I'm surprised why hasn't OpenAI come out with them yet. This is definitely something that needs to be created. Best GPTs. Best custom GPTs. List of best GPTs. They delayed it to January, yeah. Crazy. Okay, this one seems cool. Let's... Did you plug it? Does it show you the knowledge base? No. I feel like the whole point of GPTs, like being able to monetize it, is you kind of hide the knowledge base. So I'm not sure if any of these would actually show you the knowledge base. But this seems like a cool website that has a marketplace for them. Whatplugin.ai. Well, there's a voice generator. How does that work? Let me test that out. Some show knowledge, but bad UX. You want to know before clicking. Yeah, fair enough. Say things with OpenAI text to speech. Give me a quote in the voice of Elon Musk. Oh, they just won't sound like Elon. Whatever. Even just the file name and size. Oh, okay. Because 90% have no knowledge base and suck. That's fair enough. Yeah, sorry, I don't know any of them. Let's go with, 2. Allow. I'm getting real distracted here from watching that demo. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. You can listen to the clip here. Okay, this is pretty cool. Damn, GPT is actually doing something. Oh, you gotta download it?
When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor.
That was very easy to use. Shouts out AI voice generator. Shouts out whatplugin.ai. Very cool. I do like Scholar AI. That one's a one that like searches through science articles. Nice. Yeah, ask Dr. Huberman. That's pretty good too. Nomad list. Nice. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's go back to L3 AGI. Let's see what they were doing.
In this quick guide, I will show you how they work together and how you can manage your agents. We support several team types. First of all, I am about to demonstrate software combined which type is authoritarian speaker. Let's click on chat button and I'm gonna to send one my project idea and let's see what will be a result from this conversation. We have added 5 AI agents that simulate the main roles of several well-known tech personalities, which appears here, and you can see they have assigned roles. So here in authoritarian speaker, there is a team leader who is guides
That's pretty cool. This is pretty much exactly like X-Agent. I don't think it'll be easy to combine them. React agent with... I have no idea. At least I replied to him. Probably not very helpful, but something. Was I gonna try one of these? Oh yeah, the web scraper. I want to see how this works, if it even works. Friendly web scraper to scrape. What should we scrape? eBay? No, flights. Yeah, one of the flights. Check the cheapest flight from Sydney to Bangkok on the 10th of January. We have to set an open API key. Nah, I can't be bothered. But still cool. Pretty much X-Agent, which is actually hosted. I really like that. Yeah, okay, so I've hard-coded all of my responses. Let's see if this actually runs still. Did I stop running it? Nope. Hello, clickerless cage. Looks like there's an error. What's the error? npm run killed. This normally gives us the error. Unexpected token. Interesting. Here. 143. Let me zoom out here to see if I can see this better. What would the unexpected token be? Damn, this is a long. Still has all of these single quotes. I think that should be it. Will it build now? No, still the same. But it's not getting any single quotes. Whoa, what's this? Why is it? Oh, this should be a single quote. Okay, finally. Looks like that worked. Mar says they DM'd me an awesome Udemy course. Cool. Thanks for that. Now we can run this again. I probably won't spend time actually debugging it, but let me just see if these hard-coded prompts work. Yep, perfect. It went to this, clicked it. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, now I can debug without actually having to wait for the LLM. That's awesome. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream shortly. I'll stay around for another 5 minutes or so, answer any questions anyone has. But yeah, otherwise I'll probably wrap up. Yo, shouts out. Thank you so much, Mars, for subscribing. Thank you for all the new followers, everyone who's liked it and commented. Appreciate y'all. Just commit this change I made. Sweet. Yo, console log Creto. Man with the JavaScript. Yo, Mars F shouted us out on Twitter. Thanks, Mars. Dude, I've never seen such a nice follower before. Appreciate you. Oh, you reshared it just as I was about to stop streaming. Julian, thanks for the follow. I had a crazy good idea for a startup. Would you be interested in hearing it? Yeah, for sure. Let's hear it. Shivank Mishra, what happened to the interview you were giving? I was giving an interview? Oh, the 400k job? I didn't get it. I did not get it. Yo, Jeremy Knows follows you. Are you a V friend as well? Funds are not safe. Don't say that. I know CZ was in trouble, but surely funds are still safe. Right? Is this Mars's Udemy course? Mastering OpenAI Python APIs. Suggestion by Mars. Julian says, if I had a crazy good... oh, okay, I already read that. Yes. Yo, Matt Suzavar, sharing my joy with you. After 4 days of learning programming, I launched my 100% functional calculator. Nice. It gives 70% chance of giving the correct calculation. But in the update, I intend to raise it to 80%. It even has a margin of error. If you add 7 plus 8, it says the result is between 5 and 18. Does it use the LLM? Why is it so, like, uncertain? Julian says, rent a book online. No subscription, no audiobook. Just rent a book online. Like an ebook? Yeah. That's an interesting idea. Like, would you make a whole web app so people can't just download the PDF and keep it after the rent's over? How would it work? Yeah. Well, shit, I guess I'll stick around since people seem to be joining and asking questions, so I'll continue my creation of that Orca video. Here, I just need to export them now, essentially, I think. And make the... Actually, I gotta make the... Make them portrait.
Small models have never been able to perform as well as their larger counterparts at logic and reasoning. Until now, we have a brand
Let's go, Matthew.
new research paper out of Microsoft research called Orca 2. And this is the sequel to the
2.
Orca paper, which
Orca 2.
Orca 2. And this is the sequel to the Orca paper.
Export. Julian says it's a mobile app. You read in the app, once the run is over, it'll no longer be available. Yeah, sounds like a cool idea. I don't know how all that like licensing stuff works with stuff like books and music. All right, part 2.
The basic difference is understanding that 2 plus 2 equals 4. So when you have two objects and you have another other two objects
This looks so funny.
and you combine them together, you
Wait, what?
Orca. The basic difference is understanding that 2 plus
Why is that here? Oh, because of that. Let me crop this. Oh boy.
plus 2 equals 4. So when you have two objects and you have another 2 plus 2 equals 4. So when you have two objects and you have another two objects and you combine them together, you now have 4 objects. Previously, when we focused
Need that explanation.
focused too much on mimicking the result, what the model actually knew was anytime you see the characters 2 plus 2
Guess that's too big.
equals, you should know the next character in that sequence is 4. So although it got the answer right, it didn't really understand how it arrived there. So if you ever tried to push it beyond those basic examples, that's when you started to see poor performance. And that's what Orca 2 is claiming to have addressed. In Orca 2, we teach the model various reasoning techniques. So these are all things that prompt engineers have.
Yeah, so although answers aren't, they really know how to arrive there. So you're trying to push it beyond zone, that's when you start to see poor performance. That's what Orca 2 is claiming to have addressed. In Orca 2, it teaches the model various reasoning techniques.
These are all things that prompt engineers have figured out over the last few years. Step by step.
Golden America says the Grove try Olama. Oh yeah. That's a good question. I think the issue they had was with downloading models. But yeah, maybe Olama would fix that. I forgot to recommend him that. Alright, last clip.
So let's see how it did. First, Orca 2 13b. Let's analyze 2 13b. Let's analyze 13b. Let's analyze the situation step by step. Mark comes in B. Let's analyze the situation step by step.
13b.
2 13b. Let's analyze the situation step by step. So it automatically knew to use step-by-step reasoning, which step-by-step reasoning. This is all perfectly, which is a prompting technique to solve this problem. John puts the ball in the box. John leaves for work. Mark.
We don't need that.
Got it right. Now let's look at it right. Now let's look at Llama 2.
No. Papers, are you doing this for your own TikTok channel? Yeah, I am. Just to make some content. I don't know why Matthew and Dave Shapiro don't have their own TikTok. So, I mean, good for me. I'll just, steal their content. I'll give them credit. It's not like complete stealing, but it does feel a bit dirty.
Answer: the ball is still in the box because it was there when John left the room. So that is already incorrect. And that's not even what we're asking. And now, ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo. John and Mark will likely think that the ball is in the box. That's wrong. So not even GPT 3.5 Turbo got it right. GPT 3.5 Turbo got it right. What?
Yeah, it seems to do well. So the first time I used this tool on Instagram, I got one of my best performing videos from Dave Shapiro's. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the Q Star video. This got 150,000. Yeah, look at that, 148,000 views for someone else's video. Got me 1,000 followers too, so I was like, oh shit, okay, that's pretty good. I'll do that again. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. I mean, it's good. It'd be good if someone else did this for all the YouTube AI videos, because there's a lot of good quality AI videos on YouTube, but none of them really make it into TikTok, so someone's got to do it. And this tool makes it really easy. Shouts out Vizard AI. If you guys want to use it, please use my affiliate link in my bio. Evian says, have you used AutoGen with the new assistance GPTs? No, I haven't. Has someone done that? Let's see if someone's already done that on YouTube. AutoGen with assistance GPTs. Oh, Mervin. We've seen his video before as well.
This is amazing. What if we create multiple agents with AutoGen with the support of Assistance API, then ask them to create a product with higher end quality or do data analysis?
AI Jason? Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yo, we should make TikToks from his video. This one, research agent.
Write a summary of the following text for this specific object.
AI Jason's actually one of my favorite AI YouTubers for sure. Yeah, look at me here. Amazing work, Jason. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna like my own post. Nah, Jason is so good. I met him in Sydney. It's so cool.
And here's a summary. And I'll create a map prompt template and use LangChain slow summarize chain. So what this does is basically try to make a summary of each chunk and in the end try to combine them together and then output the final summary. So those are all the functions that we need for the research agent. And then I'll move down here to define the user proxy agent and research agent to start test. So first I create the user.
We can make a clip from him as well. Did we download Orchid 2? Yes. Orchid 3 still processing. But yeah, I think that's it. That's it for this stream. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all next time. Probably. Oh, actually, I'm going away on the weekend. Actually, I probably won't stream until next week because I'm going away. So yeah, apologies for that, but I'll see you next week, I guess. Peace out, guys.